running to be the next Women's Officer. I'll just run through this quickly. So I've been organising in student spaces for the past 3 years, and I've learned so much that I'm really eager to bring to this role. In my final year of my undergraduate degree, I was part of Warwick Anti-Racing Society, Warwick Anti-Sexism Society, and I was also the Environment Ethics Officer in my students' union. And now this kind of made a lot of my organising quite sporadic, because I was doing a lot of different things. But I think that was one of the biggest strengths of what I did, and one of the biggest strengths I'll bring into this role, because we don't live single issue lives as women and people of marginalised genders. So many things affect us. Anyway, so my manifesto points can really be summed up as: we deserve better and we deserve more. We deserve to be paid, valued and supported, postgrad, student sex workers, and those of us who are affected by the gendered, racialised and class attainment gap. We deserve better. Trans and non-binary students, they deserve more than a gender expression fund. They deserve an accessible transition fund that actually covers their transition costs at Cambridge. We also deserve love. So when I was writing this point on my manifesto, all I could think about was Bell Hooks, may she rest in peace. And she writes that love is a combination of care, commitment, knowledge, responsibility, respect, and trust. And this isn't a type of love that the university gives to us, but it's also a type of love that we don't always give to each other. As Women's Officer, however, one of my main aims will be fostering a strong sense of community among people of marginalised genders in Cambridge. This isn't like we're all in a group chat, like institutionally linked type of community type of sense, but like we show up for each other at the pickets, at protests. We hold space for each other in book clubs. We learn from each other. We organise together in community kitchens and community gardens. And we learn from each other. Practically, this looks like a physical space in the new SU building that is dedicated, resourced, and decorated by us, for us. Sorry, am I running out of time? No, okay, I'll carry on. No, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sum up really quickly. Basically, we should plug into ourselves and we should plug into each other. We should learn and educate from each other on so many different things, because as I said at the beginning, we don't live single issue lives. We can't do single issue organising, and I won't be a single issue women's officer. In this way, I hope to be able to represent all women and people of marginalised genders in a radical, community-based, intersectional way.
Hi, I'm Marina. I use she, her pronouns. I'm running to be the next Women's Officer because I love this university and I love all the people in it, but I think this university is really letting its students down, and particularly its students who are of marginalised genders. I've been at this uni for 3 years now, and I've seen firsthand how this affects us. I've seen the archaic, opaque complaint systems which take months and months to get through, and colleges aren't even held accountable to that. Colleges can have kind of conflicts of interest. They can have staff who aren't even trained to deal with complaints, taking the first role for victims. I've seen female students 8% less likely to get first than their male peers, and it's only more compounded if you consider marginalised ethnicities. I've seen supervisors who are on short-term contracts, which means they can't even access sick pay or maternity pay. And I think everywhere you look, every hurdle this university throws at us, it affects women and marginalised genders more, and within that it affects queer women, disabled women and women of colour even more. It doesn't have to be like this, and I really believe this uni can change. And I know the Women's Officer role is obviously only for a year, but I really think I would try my best to actually make some changes in this space. And I know I will fight my hardest for that. So yeah, vote for me if you want a university that's safe and inclusive and just for everyone.